Welcome to the Cass Health Podcast, the show where we hope to connect our community with healthcare information that's relatable, understandable, and useful to your life, and where you get to know better the neighbors providing your care here. I'm your host, Ann McCurdy, and in today's episode, we're getting to know our new provider, nurse practitioner Maria Hoegh. Before we get started, two quick disclaimers. First, the comments in this podcast do not necessarily reflect the views of Cass Health. Second, the information in this podcast is not intended to be construed as personal medical advice. Always consult your primary care provider with questions and concerns regarding your health. Maria, welcome. Thank you so much for being with us on the show today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
This is a get to know you episode, and that's the goal here, was just to introduce you to our community and have people get to know a little about you as a person and what you do here for the organization and you outside of what you do at work. So Maria, tell us about yourself.
Yes, so I am an Iowa native. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, grew up there. I went to undergraduate in Omaha, Nebraska, worked in Iowa City, worked in Des Moines, and then I met my husband in Des Moines rock climbing, and then after graduate school, he was actually working ski patrol in Utah, and so we decided, let's move to Utah. When is a better time than right now? So we moved to Utah. We lived there for the past 2.5 years, and it was a great time.
That's fantastic.
I also have a 1-year-old.
Yeah, I was going to say, and there's a kiddo at home, right?
Yes, she just turned 1. Her birthday's on Halloween, so it was a fun time.
Oh, that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think she's going to like that growing up, that her birthday's Halloween?
I think it could be a love or a hate situation, but who doesn't want candy on their birthday? And who doesn't want to dress up?
That's a good point. Oh, I think she'll think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So 1-year-old home. Yeah, you've got your hands full. That's so fun. And welcome back to Iowa.
Thanks.
Yeah. That's neat. Ski patrol. What in the world?
Yeah, ski patrol. Yeah, it was a good time.
That is really cool.
Yeah, we spent winter out there when they had the most snow.
Okay.
It was record-breaking snow that year, so it was really fun.
So what initially drew you into a career in healthcare?
So a career in healthcare. Originally, I enjoyed anatomy class in high school. That was something that I really enjoyed and caught my interest. And then paired with who I kind of am as a person is a very caring person. And so nursing career seemed like the correct path for me.
And you initially started as an RN.
Correct.
So tell me a little bit about that path. Did you go straight to an RN BSN program?
I did. Surprisingly, I didn't change out of it for a while there. I didn't know if it was for me, but once I got into the clinical experience, it turned out to be something that I wanted to do.
So you finished your BSN then.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of nursing did you do initially?
So I worked at the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, and I worked in, I think they changed the name now to Stead Family Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
But I worked in the Pediatric Hematology, Oncology unit. They also did medical, surgical, nephrology, gastroenterology, all those kind of things. And then I transitioned to the pediatric intensive care unit. So I worked at the University of Iowa for 2.5 years before I moved to Des Moines, and I worked in the Blank Children's Pediatric Emergency department for 5 years.
Excellent. So a lot of pediatric nursing experience. So
Correct. Both
in the med surg and you said oncology, hematology,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had the ER side of things with pediatrics too. So excellent. Wow, that's a really good experience. And wow, we're lucky to have all that experience here now. Thank you.
Yeah.
After years of nursing experience, obviously you've made a shift to become a nurse practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
So when did that happen and why?
So it happened when I was working in the Pediatric Emergency department in Des Moines that I wanted to develop more long-lasting relationship with patients and to be able to help guide them on their path to wellness or to health in general. And so having that nurse practitioner degree and career really allows me to do that.
Excellent. So you went back to school then in Des Moines?
No, I actually went back to school. I went both undergraduate and graduate in Omaha. So I went to undergraduate at Clarkson College and then graduate at Creighton University.
Oh, excellent. So very close by.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. Okay. And so then you've been working as a nurse practitioner for several years now, correct?
No, for the last 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Correct.
Okay, great. Do you have any special interest then? You have this pediatrics background, so do you still have an interest in pediatric care?
I do. I do have a great interest in pediatric care, also a special interest in women's health as well. I'm a family nurse practitioner, so I'm able to see people of all ages and male and female, but especially women's health and pediatrics is something that I'm very interested in.
Great. And now you have kind of a unique role at Cass Health because you're based out of Atlantic.
Correct.
But you go to several outreach clinics. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so I go to Red Oak at least once a week, if not twice. I also go to Griswold, and then once a month I go to Greenfield and Corning.
So you're kind of all over Southwest Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And again, you're taking care of kids, you're taking care of women, you're taking care of men at all of those locations?
At Atlantic and Griswold, I am taking care of everyone. And then at the outreach location, so that would be Corning, Greenfield, and Red Oak, focusing more on women's health. At Red Oak, I am able to see other patients, though, other than just women.
Okay, great. And you kind of work alongside Dr. Pineda's patients, right? So you are also delivering care to some of our obstetric patients, correct?
So I am helping if they are unable to get into her. So if they are pregnant and they're unable to get into her right away, then I'm able to start that workup for Dr. Pineda.
Okay, great. So again, probably providing quite a spectrum of women's health care.
Mm-hmm.
Some situations, maybe you're handing patients off to Dr. Pineda or another OBGYN, but for the most part, able to care for most women's health needs.
Correct.
What do you want your patients to know? How can I develop a relationship with you as my primary care provider? What should I know about having an appointment with you?
I would say that I want to provide like a welcoming environment. So non-judgmental, but also I want to listen to you. So telling me what you're most concerned with is fantastic because I want to address whatever is on your mind. I also appreciate collaborating together. So it's not just one-sided. I'm not just making decisions and telling you what to do. I can tell you information. I can tell you evidence-based medicine, and then we make a decision together. And it's okay if you don't take the advice, but I'm here to give you information so that you feel empowered to make your own choice on your health.
So now some fun get to know you questions. We love just, getting a little insight into who you are.
Mm-hmm.
So favorite sports team?
That is the Iowa Hawkeyes and
Okay.
Kansas City Chiefs. And now the Fever because of Caitlin Clark.
Oh, go Fever.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I suppose, working in Iowa City, and of course, did you ever participate in the Wave?
I left before the Wave, but the
okay.
Wave is a great tradition.
It is a great tradition.
Mm-hmm.
If you're cooking dinner to impress, what are you making?
I'm making lemon dill salmon with some roasted veggies, or pork carnitas is always a good go-to.
That sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
If you're driving alone in the car, what are you jamming out to?
Depends on my mood. It could either be Taylor Swift or it could be Bruce Springsteen. Really just kind of depends on the day.
Sure. And what about the kiddo? What does she like to jam out with you?
Probably Taylor Swift.
Probably Taylor
Yeah.
Swift. Okay. How about a favorite holiday?
I would say now it's Halloween because of my little one's birthday, but I do love Christmas. I did something crazy and I put up my Christmas tree already.
That's fantastic.
I mean, it's not decorated, but it's up.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We're supportive. We already have a Christmas tree up in our office.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joy early. Let's start it early.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what's the downside?
No downsides.
No downside.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. It makes your home cozy and it makes your brain happy. So
And what decorations are there for Thanksgiving?
there's not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot. So I love it. I love that the Christmas tree's up. So favorite book or movie?
Favorite book I would have to say is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. I know.
It's so good.
It is good. And I mean, I would say I am interested in World War II. So that was like a historical nonfiction book. That's my favorite is I Escaped from Auschwitz by Robert. Oh, it starts with a V. I cannot pronounce his last name.
Oh, we'll have to look it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great book.
Okay, excellent. Okay, we're going to have to compare some notes later because I've got some World War II books that if you haven't read yet.
I need them on my list,
Yeah.
especially for winter. It sounds like a winter
Yes,
classic. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Next or dream travel destination?
My next travel destination is North Carolina to have Thanksgiving with my sister-in-law and her family. But dream destination, honestly, I just would like to go to Europe with my husband and, go to some historical World War II locations. That would be interesting. But also, we haven't traveled to Europe together.
So Europe will be on the bucket list.
Yeah.
Great. Any hobbies?
Oh, yeah, lots of hobbies. I like skiing. I like rock climbing. Now, those are very limited in Iowa. But I do like yoga, Pilates, crocheting. I got really into crocheting when I was pregnant. And then sewing. I'm learning to sew now. So if anyone has any tips, I welcome them. I'm very new. And I just look at the manual so far.
And what are you hoping to sew? Are you hoping down the path of quilting or making things around the house or clothing?
I made a curtain. So I think, I would like to quilt. but we'll see if that happens. But just some fun projects. Maybe a blanket for my daughter. Yeah.
Excellent. I think that's great to try a new hobby. Do something different. Right? Yeah. How about any pets at home?
Oh, yeah. I have 2 dogs, a yellow lab and a chocolate lab, and then I have a cat.
And what are the pets' names?
Waylon is the yellow lab, and she is female. Gus is a male, and then Louie is our cat. He should be on a diet. He's probably close to 20 pounds. I know, he's a big cat. We found him at the silos at like their family farm, and so I don't know if he's like part Maine Coon or I don't know what he is, but he's a big guy and he is wonderful. And we also found a kitten at the silos. So if you know anyone that needs a kitten, I have a kitten that I cannot have at my house that looks just like Louie, and he's beautiful.
But also might be a big cat, huh?
Maybe. I mean, maybe if you get on top of his nutrition early on, nutrition and exercise early on, he won't turn out to be a big cat.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll put some feelers out for, kitten adoption in the area, so.
Yeah. Oh, I just don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, you've 2 dogs, a cat, and a 1-year-old. Yeah, you've got enough going on. Well, Maria, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and it was really fun getting to know you.
Thank you.